Q4400. For operations off established airways at 17,000 feet MSL in the contiguous U.S. H. Class VORTAC facilities used to define a direct route of flight should be no farther apart than A. 75 nm, B. 100 nm, C. 200 nm. The correct answer is C. For operations off established airways at 17,000 feet MSL in the contiguous U.S. Class VORTAC facilities used to define a direct route of flight should be no farther apart than 200 nm. This means that when planning a direct route between two Class VORTAC facilities, the distance between them should not exceed 200 nautical miles. This guideline helps ensure navigation accuracy and efficiency for aircraft operating in areas where airways are not available or suitable for the intended flight path. 4400-1. You are planning an IFR flight off established airways below 18,000 feet MSL. If you use VOR navigation to define the route, the maximum distance between NAVAIDs should be A. 40 nm, B. 70 nm, C. 80 nm. The correct answer is C. Pilots working off established aviation routes underneath 18 MSL ought to not utilize helps more than 80 nm separated. 4997. Which distance is displayed by the DME indicator? A. Slant range distance in nm, B. Slant range distance in SM, C. Line of sight direct distance from aircraft to VORTAC in SM. The correct answer is A. The DME distance measuring equipment indicator displays the slant range distance in nautical miles, nm. Slant range distance refers to the distance between the aircraft and the VORTAC, VHF omnidirectional range / tactical air navigation station along the line of sight. It takes into account the altitude of the aircraft and provides an indication of the distance based on the time it takes for the radio signals to travel back and forth between the aircraft and the VORTAC station. The DME indicator provides the pilot with the slant range distance measurement in nm for navigation purposes. 4399. Where does the DME indicator have the greatest error between ground distance to the VORTAC and displayed distance? A. High altitudes far from the VORTAC. B. High altitudes close to the VORTAC. C. Low altitudes far from the VORTAC. The correct answer is B. The DME distance measuring equipment indicator has the greatest error between ground distance to the VORTAC, VHF omnidirectional range / tactical air navigation, and displayed distance at high altitudes close to the VORTAC. This is due to the slant range effect, which causes the DME distance to be longer than the actual ground distance. At high altitudes, the angle between the aircraft and the VORTAC becomes more acute, resulting in a larger slant range error. Therefore, the DME indication will overstate the actual ground distance when the aircraft is at high altitudes and close to the VORTAC. 4413. Which DME indication should you receive when you are directly over a VORTAC site at approximately 6,000 feet AGL? A0, B1, C 1.3. The correct answer is B. Remove data gotten from DME is incline extends separate, not genuine flat remove. It is measured in nautical miles, and since 6,000 feet rises to 1 nm, the DME will appear 1.0 nm over the VORTAC.